now
do that.
Thank you.
with more reaction is Fox News contributor Tammy Bruce, and the author, by the way, get this, I finally have converted Kirsten Powers. Their new book is going to be called The Silencing How the Left is Killing Free Speech. Wow. I've had an impact on your thinking.
No, you have not. Let's just be clear.
Let's be clear. No, not him.
No, I mean, I think for a long time, I've been writing about this in my columns, that there is, you know, just this movement on the left to just silence people. And it is, you know, and people say, well, what about conservatives? Conservatives don't have the cultural power in academia or media to silence anybody.
I don't want to silence anybody.
Even if they wanted to.
No.
And liberals do, and we saw it in this situation where what happened with this pizzeria owner is they didn't discriminate against anybody. They expressed a view that
and look what happened.
A group of people don't like. And it happens to not be my view.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them, but they have a right to express that view.
You know, I take some heat, Tammy, when I say this. I don't even like Bill Maher. Bill Maher's good for America. You know why? Because he says anything he wants. And that's healthy, because you have all these groups of people that tape every word I say on radio and TV in the hopes that they can attack my advertisers, shut me down, and get me fired.
Yeah, look, I mean, this isn't new. I mean, we've seen this trajectory for a period of time, and what's been shocking over the last week, it's become quite clear, is the moving from a civil rights agenda, which was live and let live, let us live our lives as we see fit, moving into a totalitarianism, which is to punish, and your great column this week at USA Today about punishing people who disagree with you. And so when we've seen this move, and I think that it's kind of natural, and we've seen this from the left around the world, go from liberalism to fascism, and I think that Americans, especially for those of us who care about the civil rights movements, everybody who cares about the civil rights movements must condemn and what's been happening and stand up for Christians now in the name of what the civil rights movements in America have stood for. It's amazing,
but coming from you, it's more powerful than anything either Kirsten and I can say. You were the president of Now, for crying out loud. You're coming at this, I wouldn't say you're a gay and lesbian activist, because you're not. But you don't hide your sexuality, and you're saying these things about Christianity because it's your side that's doing this.
Well, but see, this is it, and I think for those of us who come from the liberal end of things, that we were there because we wanted individual freedom and individual responsibility attached to that as well. This clearly is the antithesis of that, and I think that, again, in the name of my commitment to a certain group, you know, whether it's women or gays, what Christians are now facing has to be embraced by everyone in this country.
Good for you.
Those are the individuals who now must be stood up for. I think it's pretty clear.
A very powerful statement, and don't you think that I had a big impact on her changing?
But I didn't change.
No, you're not the same.
You are adopting our liberal view about freedom of speech.
This is more of a natural liberal. My first book was about the New Thought Police.
You're right.
And so this is not new. But for every liberal, and I have a lot of respect for Kirsten, must recognize that what's happening now is not what we have stood for.
When is your book coming out?
May 4th.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. And thank you both. I want freedom of speech. I don't care how awful it may seem to some people. And people do have the right to practice their religion.
And for the O'Connors, with a Christian response to this, Americans responding to them with donations, and the O'Connors then handing it back to the community. Perfect example of how you handle these situations.
All right,
Beautiful.
guys. Good to see you both.